Hello, my name is Ruben Santino, and I want to give you all a message and a little motivational speech. I just want to say to everybody that you got to follow your dreams and keep all negative influences away from you. Believe in yourself, put God first, and anything is possible that you can dream and imagine in your mind. I'm a living example of it. And it's like the movie star Rocky says, it's not how hard you can hit, but it's how hard you can get hit and keep standing back up. You know, when life starts hitting you, that's when you show what kind of man you are. You keep going forward. If you can imagine it in your mind and believe in it, believe in yourself, anything is possible. You know, I like to say life is like a painting. You get a paintbrush and you paint it any way you want to. Too many of us allow negative, toxic influence and personalities around them that bring us down and kind of discourage us from really tapping our real potential. But I can tell you firsthand that anything you believe is possible and to achieve. You know, do it for yourself, do it for your family, do it for your friends, and like I said, put God first. Without Him, you're going to have a long, hard, bumpy road. And I'm blessed and very grateful to say that I've been able to fulfill all my dreams that I went after. But if you saw where I started, it was kind of a long, hard road. But you never give up. Never give up. And don't let anyone discourage you from what you believe in. And I like to see, I love when I can see a person come up, you know, stand up and be a man and fly like an eagle and just go after whatever it is your heart desires. And it's just awesome to see a lot of my friends and loved ones achieve their goals and their dreams and see that there is a new way of life out there. There's a whole different world. We've all been through rough times. We've all grew up with our homies and our you know, bad good fellows, all that. And we realize one day as we get older that, hey, you know, when the chips fall, there's not too many people around you to help you, you know. That's when you find out who your real friends are. When you get behind prison walls and jails, that's when we find out who our real friends are. And you realize that, hey, you know, God is my best friend. You know, I can personally speak for myself. And, you know, I'm happy to say that I can shine before my friends and my loved ones, and I'm able to help my friends and my loved ones. And I do it with joy in my heart and thankfulness. And like I said, just keep moving forward. Believe in yourself. Don't let anybody discourage you.
Good afternoon. I'd like to share my message. Thank you for listening. I'd like to share, number one is to always pray. Yeshua, Jesus, always pray. Nobody's perfect. We all do bad things. We're meant to. And anybody acts holier than thou, you know, we're all in the same boat. We all got skeletons in the closet. Don't let that prevent you from speaking to God. I make mistakes all the time, every day. But you know what? Number two, you know, if you believe in something, you know what's right to you, nobody's ever going to agree with you. Nobody's not 100% of the people out there are going to agree with you. Don't let that deter you from your belief. I got a book here that I want to share. It's a really good message. It's a really old book. It's called All You Can Do Is All You Can Do, but All You Can Do Is Enough. It's by an author named A.L. Williams. Let me just share a little bit. It's pretty inspiring. We've all heard this story before, but it says more about the ability to keep competing than anything else I've ever heard. Our nation's greatest leader knew defeat through his life. He lost 8 elections. He failed in business twice and suffered a nervous breakdown. His path to success looked like this. 1831, failed in business. 1832, defeated for legislature. 1833, second failure in business. 1836, suffered a nervous breakdown. 1838, defeated for Speaker. 1840, defeated for Elector. 1843, defeated for Congress. 1848, defeated for Congress. 1855, defeated for Senate. 1856, defeated for Vice President. 1858, defeated for Senate. 1860, elected President of the United States. Abraham Lincoln was a champion who never stopped competing. Even with a pattern of failure that would have left most of us devastated, he just kept competing until he won. Here's another one. In chapter 10, never give up. When nothing seems to help, I go back and look at a stonecutter hammering away at his rock, perhaps 100 times without as much as cracking showing in it. Yet at the 101st blow, it will split in two. And I know it was not that blow that did it, but all that had gone before. Jacob Riis said that. Quitting is easy. Anybody can quit. In fact, most people do. If everybody out there was tough, dedicated, and determined, the winner's circle would be a lot more crowded than it is. But it isn't crowded because most people won't stick it out long enough to win. If you have the courage and strength to hang on and refuse to give up, you dramatically increase your chances of winning. There are some good reasons not to quit. The first reason is that losing, like winning, is a habit. All quitters are good losers. If you quit and give up in one instance, it's easier to do the second time, and even easier the third. Pretty soon, quitting is a way of life. The second and most important reason is that you want to be somebody, to do something special with your life. You didn't want to be like most people. You didn't want to be average and ordinary. If you quit, your opportunity to achieve your dreams is lost. Chances are, if you quit once, you'll never bounce back. You'll have to live with being average and ordinary for the rest of your life. What's worse, you'll have to live with that feeling of failure. And there's two pains. There's a pain of sacrifice, and there's a pain of regret. Which would you rather have? And this is something that just maybe a couple months ago, my son wanted to quit football. And the first couple weeks are always rough, but he wanted to quit because it was brutal, and that just was due to inactivity before that. And I knew how much he loved football. He knew all players, teams, salaries, contracts, everything. You know, the year before, he just kept practicing so he can play football the next year, which was this year. And so I told him, you ain't quitting. Now, if he just started, he played for the Pico, for the Dons before. He played football, flag football for his school before. So he already knew football. If he never knew football and he just started, I may have considered, maybe it's not for him, but he knew what it was about. And he really wanted it. So I said, you ain't quitting. You ain't quitting. You're going to stick it out. You're going to complete what you started. I know how bad you wanted it. And now that the going's getting tough, you want to quit, you're not going to do it. And you know why I refuse to let him quit? Is because if I let him quit this time, and he's young. He was 13. He's 14 now. He was 13 when he wanted to quit. If I let him quit, it will become a habit. It will become easier and easier for him to just quit things. And that's not how winning is done. It's not how I want to raise my boys. So that's just an example of how I wish that I never quit anything in my life. I've bounced from things after I got out of YA. I bounced from things that were money makers, but I wasn't making money quick enough, so I would leave that and go move on to something else. I was impatient. If I would have stuck it out, dropped my anchor, and it's go time, and don't let go, I would be in a much better position. But because I felt like quitting, it didn't happen with that profession. I've had a real estate license. You know, it's probably the biggest thing I've achieved from getting out of YA after writing letters and letters. You know, I got it done. I lost interest in that, let my license go. But so, you know, lessons is just, you know, don't quit, you know, don't give up. Things are gonna be hard, and I'm there with you. I need that encouragement as well. I consistently listen to positive, motivational, Les Brown, Eric Thomas, David Goggins, Jim Rohn, reading books. I constantly try to fill my mind with positivity because things are just so negative out here that it will get you down and get you in that mood, that dark mood. And a lot of people don't get out of that. And for me, it gives me hope and inspiration, and it reminds me of the man that I wanted to be when I was young, and that I saw myself in the future. Your mind's going to be programmed. Your mind's going to be somebody's programming your mind. Either it's going to be the TV, the media, the commercials, ads, you know, your TikTok, the Instagrams, what's the going trends. You're being bombarded hundreds, if not thousands, of times a day. So you're being programmed. So protect yourself. Protect your mind. Protect your mind. Put in there what you want. That's what I try to do. We're all in this together, and we need to as gente, as people, we need to encourage each other, not looking for ways to criticize each other. Don't waste time on criticizing, and just spend that time on building yourself up, build up other people. Build up other people, and that's what I'm trying to do right now, with inspiration from Incredible Javier, with my homeboy Dopey, and my partner Young Beeves. We're gonna be building up, doing our part, building up entrepreneurs, businesses, and that's what I'd like to say. Thank you for listening, and have a blessed day.
What's up, Raza? Many of you might know me as Young Beef's Comedy, always laughing, dancing my ass off. But the real person behind me is Victor Zapata. I'm a father, I'm a brother, I'm a friend, I'm a cousin, I'm a boyfriend, and at times I'm a horrible brother, I'm a horrible son, and I'm a horrible father. But that doesn't take the fact that I am a man and I am growing. And I feel that as people and as men, that's the key to life, is to continue to grow, to continue to learn, and always stay humble and never think that we know it all. Because I've been in a situation where I feel like, hey, you know what, I'm that guy that knows it all. I was the man, I was the guy that you come to solve your problems. I was the one that gave you 2 more weeks to not, whatever situation may have happened to you. And now that I'm placed back into society after so much adversity that I've gone to in prison, in YA, as a father, as a son, as an ex-drug addict, and as a functioning alcoholic to this day still, I say don't let your weaknesses drag you down. Don't let your past drag you down. Don't be a victim. I say you be a victor. Be a winner. And regardless of where you come from, what situation you're in, you might be right now stuck in a crack house, or in a dysfunctional marriage, or just a bad parent. And I'm guilty of that. Just don't ever stop learning and growing. And I feel that that's the key to life, is just to focus on yourself, focus on your dreams. And I would have never thought that I'd be sitting here sending out a message to the youth. I was that kid sitting in the plastic chair in Los Padrinos saying fuck everybody. And I don't feel like that, excuse my language, because I grew. I learned that there's more to me than Baldwin Park. I learned that there's a city of El Monte. I know that there's homies in Bassett. I know there's a homie in us all. And people hear that word and they drag so much negative to it, but it's not true. There's a good side to everything. You know how they say there's a yin and a yang? Find your yang to your yin. Don't give up on your dreams. Don't give up on your marriage. Don't give up on your kids, whether they're battling with learning disabilities. Don't be that person to throw the first stone. Get that stone and just move it out of the way, because we're all raza. We're all trying to reach happiness. My name is Young Beefs Comedy, and I believe in you like you should believe in your dreams. And with that,
Hey, what's up? This is Marvelous Ink Tattoos. I just want to leave you with just a little bit of knowledge about or a little bit of advice, I would say, to just try every day to educate yourself with some form of knowledge, whether it's dietary law that you're trying to keep, if you're trying to get fit, better, a workout plan, or just overall motivate yourself from day to day, from week to week. Just try to set a goal, either if it's for the day, for the week, or for the month, and accomplish that goal any way possible. If you could get people that would want to join in with you, what I recommend for families, as well, that I do myself, is tell each of your family members or your children that at the end of the week on Fridays, you guys teach each other something, whether it's something that has to do with cooking, any form of education, or to make yourself better. When you're sitting down at dinner, go around the table and tell, hey, mija, what did you learn today? Or, hey, mijo, what did you learn today? And then give your thoughts on it, and try to accomplish that on making your family better. First, yourself better, then your partner and your family, and then so on and so forth as your friends come along or more people are introduced. And also beware of the people that you're inviting around you, because those people are going to have a real effect on how you conduct yourself, or the energy that you're going to end up reflecting, or projecting, is what you're consuming, So if you're listening to people argue all the time, that's going to lower your frequency, and you're going to end up possibly arguing or conducting yourself in a certain way, or any couples that you have some spouses that like to argue about things or whatever. Try to talk about things and learn to communicate better. Remember, this is a big key. A big part of communication is listening, and not talking so much. If you're able to listen to your partner and take in what they're saying, I'm not saying that you have to respect or believe everything that they're saying, but as long as you give them that respect, that you're listening and you are welcoming what they are, is affecting them, then you guys are both able to move forward. So just try to educate yourself on anything that you can, and make yourself better, and everything also, it's like a domino effect. Everything will get better for you. And that's just my final thought. Thank you for listening.
Hi everyone, this is Two Souls, also known as Helena. I mean, say it again, do it again. Oh my god. Okay. Traba lenguas. Alright, tell me when. Hi everyone, my name is Helena, also known as Two Souls Forever on Instagram, and I'm just here to tell you guys that don't ever think that you guys are not enough. Love yourselves, treat yourselves right, and one thing I do want to say is that you wake up every morning, you breathe air, you're blessed. You might be facing any struggles that you might think that you're stuck in, but you're not. For one example is that if you're like in a relationship with somebody and they're not treating you right, they're not respecting you, does not mean that you have to keep accepting it. Move on and move forward. I know it's easier to say than done, but I'm talking off experience, especially for these younger generations. Just letting you guys know that having someone to love you does not mean that they have to hit you or put hands on you, or ridicule you or humiliate you. You have to make sure that you draw a line somewhere, that you show that you have to be respected and value yourselves more. So you just got to remember that. Love yourself and treat yourself right, because no one's going to do it for you. And motivate others and inspire others. When you see someone that needs help, just lend them a hand. Don't turn the other cheek. We should also remember that we are in a world that's have so much cruelty all over the world, and there's already enough haters, there's already enough hate in the world. So why don't you just be that one seed that plants that seed to help someone out, to lend a hand, to have somebody say, you know what, I remember this friend of mine that she or he helped me when I was in the down and out stage in my life. So just remember that. God bless you.
A few days ago, the homie asked me to record a positive message about 5 minutes long, and I couldn't find a better spot to come and concentrate on it. The positive message that I can bring to anybody that's listening, right, watching this, is don't give up. Don't give up. You have your life. You have more than a lot of us that grew up in certain eras. You know, you have more than a lot of us do. You have your life. I can't stress enough how every time I'm down, I come here and I take care of my friends' graves because they're forgotten. And I'm sure that if they had the opportunity you have to be alive, they would push forward. I would like to think that they won't give up. You get to enjoy beautiful moments because we're alive. We're still here. I found myself in a lot of dark corners before, so much so where I even held guns to my head, and I just wanted to go. But every time I did that, I always remembered my friends, and how they're gone, and they can't fix any of their problems. They can't do anything. So my message is for you not to give up. Don't give up. Don't let life put you in a situation that you think that death is the only way out, or going to jail, or you want to commit a crime and you want to do negative things to yourself. It's going to affect you and your family. And then, even if you die, you're going to leave them behind. And I don't think you want to do that. I don't think you want to leave them with the pain, with the pain of everything that they're going to suffer, including you, because you're no longer going to have a life. You're going to be in jail. Or worse, you could be paralyzed from the neck down, like some people. I would, like I said, I would advise you guys to push forward. Never give up. Get yourself out of that hole, that dark place. Call a friend, call a homie. You don't want to end up here. Like all my friends. I have tons of friends here. There's one. There's another, and they're so close to each other. There's another. They're all here. They're all here. And like I said, the best advice that I can give you is to push forward. Never give up. Always find the positive in you, because you are a positive individual when you want to be. Maybe you just haven't tried it. Maybe you haven't tried to be positive. Have you tried to be positive? Well, you're strong. You're a human being. You're an individual. There's two more of my friends. You're an individual who can conquer many things if you apply yourself. Don't let the world surround you in its darkness. Don't let the negative seep into your heart. Don't allow people to bring you down. If you have negative people around you, get rid of them. Shake them. Let them go. They can't help you. The only thing they can do for you is bring you down. As I stand over this hill, looking down at all these graves here, I realize how lucky I am to have stayed alive and overcome a lot of my dark times, my dark places, when I felt alone, weak, and I overcame them. because looking at these graves, you can see that they've been forgotten. You know, I come here and I do my best to enlighten myself. It may sound crazy, but I even talk to them. They don't talk back, but I'm sure if they did, they would encourage me to push forward. So the only thing that I'm gonna do for you is I'm gonna encourage you to push forward. If you need a hand, you know, your family and friends, they have pretty strong hands. They can hold you up and help you climb that mountain that you're standing in front of right now. Anyway, I hope that you guys can understand my message, even if there is a message, because all I'm saying is for you to be strong and push forward. You have to find yourself. I found myself in helping others, and that's what keeps me afloat. Because if I'm gone, the people that I'm helping, they're going to fall too. And since I love them to death, I'm not gonna allow that to happen. You guys enjoy yourselves, your day, your life, and push forward.
Well, Raza, this is my name is John Duran. I also go by the Don Juan of Oldies, collect records and sell records and stuff like that. But also I'm a substance abuse counselor, you know, addictions behaviors counselor. So for any of those out there that are going through stuff, just know that there's people out there that care, and people, you know, that want to see you succeed, you know, see you prosper, see Raza prosper and succeed. You know, it's not always about, you know, the rat race, like they say, getting ahead of the other man. You know, it's also, for me, having a hand to reach out to help other people. You know, if I can help you succeed in whatever dream or goal you may have, I would like to, you know, help you. And, you know, and hopefully in return you would help others. That's all I would want in return. No money, no fame, no nothing. Just the favors that I did for you, you do for another individual, and just keep it going, you know. But, yeah, this... we need to see more raza out there, you know, doing things like Danny Trejo, you know, helping the community and stuff like that, because, you know, that's all we need, community and familia. And, you know, like back in the day when the neighbors would, you know, I would get punished by my neighbors because, you know, my parents were working and they'd be still looking out for me and stuff like that. And, you know, I don't think it's like that to these days, you know, where the neighbor, you know, get a branch and give you a good spanking for doing something wrong, you know. But yeah, we need to encourage everybody, and hopefully I can encourage you guys to just keep pushing forward. Gracias.
What's going on, everybody? It's the Love Machine with a little message for you guys. Basically, we're going crazy. Anyways, this is about I guess self-awareness. I want to just say, know your value, know that you're everything. Do short-term goals, accomplish those, and then shoot for the stars. You know what I mean? Build a rhythm, start going. Whatever you set your mind to, eventually you're going to accomplish it. That's my advice to you guys. For instance, I just wrote a book called Gang Related 13 by Books by CG. That's mine right there. You guys can pick it up on Amazon. Well, as you can see there, I'm dabbling in comedy because I wrote that book. That's the only dopey wrote that book. But, you know, at one point I didn't know what I wanted to do. Now I know, you know, I want to dabble in comedy, maybe movies, stuff like that. And I'm doing short-term goals. Hopefully I accomplish that dream, but don't let nobody stop you from accomplishing your dreams. If there's negative people around you, cut it short. Make your circle smaller. What's they say? If you're a turkey and if you're an eagle and you surround yourself with turkeys, you're gonna do turkey things. So just stay positive. Keep positive energy around you and keep moving forward. You know, that's what I'm doing. You know, I want to be around loving, caring energy. So with that, I want to cut it a little bit short because I have crazy people around here. But vamos si máquina de amor.
I'm gonna try to make this short and sweet, but yet motivational. For any single moms out there that are struggling, or are in similar circumstances that I am, I encourage you not to give up. You know, your children should be your biggest motivator to keep on striving. Whether you have one kid or various kids. In my case, I have 3 kids, but only 2. I have custody of only 2, which are my 2 boys who have a disability. For those that know me, I have 2 boys who are autistic, and you know, they have given me a lot of strength to actually keep going. You know, their fathers are not in the picture, so it makes it more difficult for me to raise 2 boys who have a disability. And they're giving me the strength to wake up every day and go to work and, you know, come home and do it all over again each day. So for anybody else that's going through similar situations that I am, I encourage you not to give up. You know, things are just temporary. In my case, I don't think it's temporary. It's gonna last a lifetime. But for others who have kids that don't have a disability, you know, just think about it. It's just temporary. Your kids are gonna grow up one day. They're gonna move out. They're gonna have a life of their own. So just don't be so hard on yourself. And keep going, and just think that one day everything will pay off. All your sacrifices, sleepless nights, any struggles, everything's just temporary, and at the end it will pay off. So from one single mother to another, just never give up, and just know that you do what you do and you do it for your children. So much love. And
hi, my name is Luna Junta from Swap Meet Chronicles on Instagram, and I also have a podcast called Beyond the Facade Podcast. Today I did want to share about the importance of having healthy boundaries. And healthy boundaries are something that, especially if you grew up with immigrant parents, or maybe even first or second generation, doesn't have to necessarily be immigrant parents. Usually we never really had the conversation growing up about having healthy boundaries from our parents. And that could be culturally speaking, or also because our parents were crossing our own boundaries, meaning we weren't really heard, or they didn't value our own thoughts and beliefs. So oftentimes because of that, we learned not to have super healthy boundaries. So having healthy boundaries it's vital, because it's a way to be able to protect yourself and respect yourself. So I'll read out the definition of what boundaries are. And boundaries are a life-enhancing system of yeses and nos. They are also stop signs and borders you install to protect yourself, so that it is clear that your own life, it is clear that you own your life, make good choices, and pursue the authentic expression of who you are in the way you live, love, give, and relate. So having healthy boundaries is just really important, because a lot of times some people, they're like people pleasers, so it's hard for them to say no. People ask them for favors, or they just have a hard time saying because they really didn't want to do whatever it was in the first place. So that's more like people that are people pleasers and are very passive. Then there's the other end of the spectrum, where people that have really rigid boundaries, and they're almost like a brick wall, and they don't want anybody crossing their boundaries. but that could be also a problem. In a balanced way. So the way to do that is learning how to be assertive. So when you're assertive, you're able to be confident, have good self-esteem, and you know when to say no. And that means you also say it in a way you respect the other person and you also respect yourself. So it's not talking shit or anything. Like you respectfully set your boundaries with other people, and then that means you respect yourself at the same time. So that's just important to know. Walk all over you. So it's really good to have that balance of healthy boundaries, and this is something you use throughout life. And there's different kinds of boundaries. It's not just physical boundaries. So some of the main ones are physical, sexual, spiritual, relational, emotional, mental, and legal, even financial boundaries. So all those categories, there will be situations in your life where you got to set boundaries in a healthy way. And, sometimes being balanced, like I said, it's really important. And right now there's a popular book on Instagram that if you want to start learning how to have stronger boundaries, it's called Set Boundaries, Find Peace. And it's a really easy read. It's very up to date. Even talks about social media boundaries and, for people that, how to have boundaries on social media, like talks about ghosting, talks about people that give the silent treatment, how to identify red flags, just all of that stuff. So I think it's a really good read to be able to straighten your boundaries if you don't have them, or you just learning to get better at them, because again, we have to break those generational patterns because maybe we just didn't learn and our parents didn't know themselves. So yes, so just the point is, working on healthy boundaries doesn't mean you're selfish. It means that you respect yourself, your values, your beliefs, and you also, in addition, respect other people. So yes, thank you.
Look, YCG, I have a few words to say to you guys. First of all, don't fucking give up on whatever you want to do. Always keep going forward and strive to be the best you can. And I'm not just saying that just to say it. I've been fucking homeless twice. I've been a fucking drug addict. I've been fucking in jail. I grew up in jail most of my life when I was a kid. From 14 to 22. I've lost it all. I've been fucking rock bottom. And I've been through fucking depression. I've been through stupid shit. I've been through some shit that I never intended to get into. But somehow somehow I feel lucky, and not just luck, but that thing that I want to be better. I don't want to be the same fucking shit. I don't want to be a product of my environment. I don't believe in that shit that just because you grew up in the fucking ghetto, you gotta stay in fucking the same motherfucker you were, or you're predetermined to be something. I believe that you could be whatever the fuck you want to be. I believe that you could do whatever you want to do. You can tell I have a fucking accent and I wanted to write books. So fucking wrote books, right? I was curious about fucking filming or skits, and I fucking started writing the shit. And I got lucky. I got friends, homies that I went with it, and we just got put it together. We got some stuff out, The point of it is that if you want to do something, just fucking do it. If it's productive and it's creative and it's gonna help you, just do it. Don't fucking hesitate. We're fucking quick to do the stupid shit to get in trouble. But yeah, we fucking hesitate and overthink to do something that's gonna put you in a different level, personally, Because I'm not saying that just because you're gonna create something or do something, you're gonna fucking make a bunch of fucking money or anything. Nah, this is for personal growth. We're talking about you becoming a better person. Another thing I want to talk about is I want to say is to all you guys, you know, that had kids, be prideful, man. You know, if you grew up in a fucked up environment, then for your kids, make a better environment. You know, they deserve better. They deserve the better part of you. And there's no fucking excuses to give out. Oh, you know, somebody else is in their life, so they're taking care of them. They're taking care of them. Nah, fuck that. That might be, but you know what? They're your kids. They're yours. They're part of you. That's what you're leaving behind. That's your legacy. You need to be fucking there. Period. As a man, you know. I don't get in trouble. I don't fuck around anymore. You know, I spend my days trying to do stuff, and most of all to be with my kids, my family. You know, one of the reasons why I'm doing this, another big reason is that one of my kids started coming and filming with me, and I really freaking love that. You know, I feel pride and I feel fulfilled when that happens. No matter how fucking low you hit, don't fucking worry about it. If you wanna fucking get up, you will get up. You know that saying when the pain of staying the same becomes greater than the pain of changing, you will change. You know, I went from fucking thinking that when I was in my fucking tweaking rock, you know, thinking that I couldn't fucking perform without that bullshit, you know? It was a fucking lie, dude. It's just a fucking addiction. Then I fucking got tired of it. I got tired of the way things were. You know, I felt ashamed, man. I fucking hated myself. You know? And I just couldn't do that. You know, I worked my way up to, like, from the warehouses. And even in the warehouse, I would fucking question myself. Like, damn, what am I gonna do next? What if this work finishes? Then, like, fuck it. How about truck driving, you know? And I fucking questioned it because I was seeing this shit, you know? Big old containers and all that shit. And then I just said, fuck it. And just went and did it. And it happened. Now I've been driving for a long time now. And now we're going into different things, you know? Like if I feel like I want to try something, I'm developing the habit of just doing it, you know? And I suggest, my advice would be, if you guys have something like that, just do it. Don't fucking wait for it. Don't hesitate. You're fucking worth it. Live life to the fullest. You know, you only got one life. Fucking see what you can do and build and leave behind for your kids, your family, and for people to remember you. And with that, I'm gonna let you be. And Cricket, thank you for everything. Really appreciate you, man. You open the doors for everybody.
Sharing positivity. I love doing words of affirmations in the morning. So for me, it's I am healthy, I am loved, I am happy, I am worthy of whatever I want. I say all of this in front of the mirror. And the one thing I do also say and tell everybody to do is to be kind to yourself. And I know that's easier said than done. But be kind to yourself. We're all going through something.
Yeah. First off, just want to thank all the subscribers. Appreciate you guys. And I just wanted to say an extra special thanks to Dopey. You know, I'm grateful that he was able to put this together, get everybody to share some words of encouragement. And for me, I really can't say what needs to be done or what has to be done in order for a person to gain that confidence and motivation that they need. What I will say is what works for me. What works for me is what I have right here in the background, my family. I'm very, very motivated by my family. I just think about my life. I'm also motivated by my past. I think that's one thing that I try to do a lot too. Some people live in the past, just think about the good old days and whatnot. What I try to do is look at the past, take the good elements, build on those, and also take those bad elements and correct that. I'm kind of motivated by my past. So for me, I just think about what I had growing up, how it was, what I didn't have growing up. And I look at my family today, and I want to make sure that I put them in a better position to raise their kids, in a better position to live a healthier, happier life. Right now, I've said this many times before, this is the happiest I've ever been. I haven't been more happy than I am during these days. A lot of that has to do with the people in back of me, the pictures I have up. They are the reason that I am so happy. And I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for the team that's around me. And for me, I would say what I have to do is look at my past, be competitive with myself, compete with myself. Could I top myself? Could I do better than I did yesterday? Could I reach that next level? Could I elevate any further? And when I get to that point where I feel like I can't elevate any further, I try to elevate even further, right? That's what you have to try to do. Sometimes it could be discouraging. Sometimes it could be a pain in the ass because you're like, damn, man, this shit is taking long as fuck. I just want this shit to be over. Like, hurry up. When does the winning start? Kind of, when does this winning start, right? It's a process, though. It definitely is a process. And I'm just ready for my opportunities. Whatever opportunities present themselves, I go for it. Fuck it. Is it time? Hell yeah, it's time. I'm ready. I'm ready to go. That's what I try to do. Look at my past. Use that as fuel. I use my past as motivation, not an excuse. A lot of people can use their past as an excuse. Fuck that. I don't do that shit. Use that shit as motivation. I look at my wife and kids. Use that as motivation. Like, fuck yeah, we're gonna do this shit. Ain't no one gonna stop us. I look at the team of people I have behind me, the YA babies, the nasty crew. You know, fucking even the Glove Works, my family. Not my wife and kids, but you know, my mom, my aunts, my uncles, cousins. Look at that, and I'm just like, fuck, like, ain't no stopping me. This isn't gonna stop. This isn't gonna stop. We're gonna keep going. And I'm not just talking about what I do here daily on YouTube. I'm talking about just life in general. Whatever it is, whatever obstacles in front of me, that's a challenge. And I'm ready to rise to the occasion. I'm ready to go out there and say, fuck that. Ain't no challenge. Kind of like Mr. T. Remember Mr. T in Rocky 3? Do you accept this challenge? I reject this challenge because he ain't no challenge. But I'll beat him up some more. That's the way I feel about it. Ain't no fucking challenge. Nothing's going to challenge me. I'm going for it. Even though some things are, you know, and I'm not going to lie and say, yeah, nothing's a challenge. That's just the mind frame I go in with. I just go in with that attitude. Ain't no fucking challenge. Ain't nothing going to challenge me. There are some things that do challenge me. And when I feel like it's too much, I bit off more than I could chew, I just say, fuck that. I'm going with more. Hell nah. We ain't quitting. I ain't going to fucking break that YA baby spirit. You know what I mean? Like that Monte spirit, that wildflower spirit. We ain't breaking. I mean, this is all shit. Struggle? I ain't nothing. I know about the struggle. I know how to struggle. I know how to overcome the struggle. And that's what I'm going to do. Overcome the struggle. So those are the words I have to say. Hopefully somebody got something out of it. Again, much love to the nasty crew. Much love to I don't know. I can't talk. Much love to the nasty crew. Much love to all my YA babies. And with that, we out.